Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, I hope you saw it. I put out the video today of the patio being poured and the concrete blocks being filled and the big drama on the ridge. Yeah, it always seems like there's some drama on the ridge. I apologize for that. Sorry, not sorry. It is true though. It seems like it's always something. And I've got bees flying around me everywhere because Ginger and I extracted the honey, and I left the empty honey frames and honey extractor up here on the ridge, and the bees are still hoarding all that, or getting all the honey that I left in the frames and in the extractor. There are a ton of bees still up there. But yes, the patio turned out amazing. The block work turned out amazing. The ability to continue building, not so amazing. As you saw, the building inspector said we cannot proceed until I get a seismic approval letter from a structural engineer, because the structural insulated panels I'm using aren't conventional, and the way they connect them for seismic is not understood in this county, right, for structural insulated panels. So I've got to get a engineer to sign off a letter saying how we're going to do it, or what's the safe way to do it. And it's going to cost me $1,200. That's crazy. Hopefully you watched today's video. If you didn't, go over there on Ridge Life, go check that video out. It is, and just watching them pour the concrete, it was just amazing the way they did it. A lot of you guys have asked why they didn't put rebar in the concrete, under the concrete on the patio. Well, it's 12 by 16. They put a construction expansion joint down the center, and I don't know why they didn't put rebar. I'm assuming, and you know what happens when you assume, I'm assuming this is a different type of concrete, that it didn't need rebar, but really they poured it inside the forms, inside the block. So I'm gonna have to ask my foundation guy why rebar, a bed of rebar, wasn't needed on the patio, because I'm curious as well myself. They don't put plastic down, they don't put gravel down. This is an external. Dang, bees. Ah! Did you see that? I got attacked by a bee. I'm just sitting here. I'm 40 yards away from the apiary, or not the apiary, the honey frames over there where we cleaned off. That's just crazy. But yeah, I'm kind of concerned, confused too about why there wasn't rebar under a 12 by 16 slab for patio. Especially, well, they did pour footers. There's 2 footers poured because this patio is going to be a covered patio with a big timber frame porch over it, and the corners have footers poured, but there's no rebar in the footers either. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that one. Back to work today. Today's my second day back at work. I went to the new area. That was quite interesting and exciting. Moved my computer, got my computer all set up. I still don't have a phone. I gotta get a new phone set up in that area. Got my coffee maker all set up, clean. I'm pretty much set up. So now I gotta start learning this new area. I've been working with the guys over there. It's pretty cool. On the way home, traffic was so bad. Oh my goodness. 4 o'clock traffic in Memphis is terrible. You either gotta leave earlier or later, and I didn't want to stay any later, that's for sure. Definitely wouldn't be able to get a Ramblings out to you guys. But I was getting on 385 from 240, and there's a ramp there, and traffic just stopped. People are doing 85 mile an hour, and all of a sudden people just stop, bumper to bumper on 385. Well, I slow down, but the cars in front of me stop so quickly that my emergency braking system in the SRT, the auto braking system, came on. So my SRT slowed down very, very quickly. The car behind me, I'm not sure if they had analog brakes or what. They slid did, and I was like, I actually let off my brake and pulled forward as they were skidding so they wouldn't run in the back of me. Man, I'm talking second day back to work and I almost have a wreck. Running into me, but still. Because my truck is still in the shop. Guys, I'm going trout fishing on Friday. Today's Monday, right? And they had to order some more parts for my truck, some clips for the other side. They had ordered all the parts for my bumper, but they said when they took the bumper off, the clips on the other side were broken and they had to order those. That's the way it always seems to go. $50 a piece clips, 4 of them. So I'm hoping I need my truck back so I can go up into the mountains and go trout fishing, not take the Durango. I don't want to take the Durango, that's for sure. The reason I'm up here on the ridge today is as soon as I get done with this rambling, I'm going to get my tape measure out and measure the distance between all these straps and these J-bolts and the Simpson seismic straps. I'm going to measure all the distances and everything. I got to get it on a diagram and get that to the structural engineer so he can have the correct data to give me a stamped letter saying I can proceed with the SIP panels. Because it's still kind of confusing how all that's going to take place, but it'll be all right. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But I am still very pleased with how everything turned out. I am kind of upset that I had to dig a crack into my footer for my septic line. I'm kind of upset that I'm going to have to dig under my footer over here for my water line, but that's my fault. That's my fault as general contractor. I should have known better there. But as far as how everything turned out looks-wise and everything, very, very beautiful. I did send the $21,150 payment to my foundation contractor. So hopefully I put one of his kids through college probably. At least this semester, right? But yes, this patio, again, hopefully you watch the video because this patio, the black rock just looks amazing. And I bet once it rains a few more times, it's really gonna look good. It can continue to wash off this surface. I left the forms on. A lot of you are like, Tim, why'd you leave the forms on? I left the forms on so when I get the old blue, the tractor, and I get all this dirt behind me, and I backfill all around the house and the patio, I don't bump the patio with my bucket and crack the concrete. I don't want to do that. So that's why the forms are still in there. Once I get everything backfilled, then I'll pop them forms off and I'll just take a shovel and continue backfilling everything. So I'm not as good an operator as Wiley was. You saw him operating that skid steer, pushing that dirt, backfilling and stuff. Man, that dude can operate a skid steer, that's for sure. He did a great job. Yeah, so Ginger and I got the honey off the other day, and I've got the honey upstairs in a bucket, letting all the bubbles float to the top, and then I'm going to bottle it up. I'll probably maybe do a little bit of video of that and add it into another video just so you can see it. I won't do a dedicated video, just a bottling a little bit of honey. I know that. But I will have a video coming out for you of me and Jinjin taking the honey off the bees, Jinjin working with the bees herself, pulling the frames out, and then of course us extracting the honey and then getting chased off by the bees. That should be a pretty cool video. And actually that video is also a video of her reaction to coming up here and seeing all this for the first time. I know she's going to be, she was super excited to see it, and I know you're going to be excited to see her reaction. Very, very cool. And this time change is really going to mess me up. You know, I got home just now and the sun is setting over there, and I got enough time to get some work done, but I'm going to get all these dimensional drawings and stuff. But when the time changes, it'll be like dark when I get home, and I barely even probably get a rambling to you. I'll be doing a lot of driving home ramblings. And of course, I'll be taking lots of vacation too between now and the end of the year. That's for sure. So you'll get a lot. You'll get a lot of videos. I promise you. It may be a little bit slower than they've been coming out, but today's video is turning out real good. It's getting real good response. So again, if you haven't seen today's video, make sure you go watch it. It was on RidgeLife. That was a pretty amazing thing. I haven't even talked to Grandma Carol. I came in, I changed clothes real quick, and came up here and filming this video for you guys. Then I'm gonna get all these dimensions and everything for the engineer. When Ginger and I were up here doing the bees the other day, we also saw a huge flock of turkey. We were over here and we started walking this way to the Kubota, and I looked over and there's a huge flock of turkey just walking by. I think I got it on video. I'm gonna have to see if I got that on there. I'll put that on the beekeeping video as well. But ate a TV dinner for lunch. I'm back to taking my TV dinners. Because they have food trucks at work. We don't have a cafeteria at work. We have food trucks, and I do not like eating off the food truck. One, super fattening, and I can't keep this girlish figure eating off a food truck. And two, it costs so much money. And I ain't got that much money after all this. Not working for 7 months and then trying to build all this stuff. So I'm trying to save a few of the jangle, as David says, the jangle. But it's okay. It's okay. It's doing, And I can't wait to see the fellas this weekend going trout fishing. There's going to be 16 of us, and from all walks of life, all areas of the country, and it's going to be a blast. It is going to be a blast. I'm hoping the trout are biting. I know Patrick from Cully, Texas, said him and his dad went down there, the same place we went, and he said they weren't biting that good when they were there. So I'm hoping I bring the luck with me, and I can get all 16 guys on a bed of trout and just let them start reeling them in. 'Cause that's a fun way to catch trout. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to cut this one off. The sun is setting on me, and I got to get all these dimensions and start putting it on drawing before David goes live. I want to get this up to you as well. So, guys, until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Keep rambling and go Ridge Life.